Good morning. I'm Marla Ellerman. I'm publisher of Mobile Marketing and Technology Online. We're here today at Transact15, and I'm with Bob Carr, CEO and Chairman of Heartland Payments. Bob, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
I have some questions that I'd like to ask you, and so I'll just start from the top. What trends do you foresee in mobile payments, and how is Heartland at the forefront of this technology?
Well, mobile payments is really an integral part of the payments landscape now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And one of the most exciting things we're doing is we have 36,000 public schools that use our lunch program.
Yeah, which is great.
So mom and dad can put money on the lunch account. And we have it now set up on the mobile phone where we can alert the parent that their account's out of money, and they can just hit yes and reload the account and have their child be eating lunch 30 minutes later.
That's awesome.
So it's
yeah.
just one of the many uses of mobile technology that is unique.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you launched that program a couple years ago, right? Was it
We
two?
launched the lunch programs about 4 or 5 years
Oh,
ago.
was it? Okay.
But this mobile part of it's relatively new.
That's great. It's exciting. Heartland's one of the largest payment processors that works with mobile providers like Apple Pay. How important is it for Heartland to participate in this space and the flexibility to the consumer?
Well, it's absolutely necessary to function in this space. We were fortunate to be able to process the World Series this past year when Apple Pay had just come out. And so we were able to process transactions there, as well as we set up the MasterCard cafeterias in Purchase, New York, and in St. Louis
Oh, wow.
to take Apple Pay. So we were right there in the beginning, and it's a highly secure payment method. I think it's a leader, and we love it, and expect it to be a big part of our business.
Have you seen any glitches come with this?
Well, yeah, there's always some glitches.
Okay.
And there's opportunities to make it even better, but that's the way our world works.
Yeah, I guess it is. Heartland earlier this year announced two point of sale acquisitions, Dinerware and PC America, which created Heartland Commerce. Tell us how that's going to impact your company and the industry.
Well, what it's done for us, we actually acquired 4 point-of-sale companies between last year and so far this year to form Heartland Commerce, and together they represent about 90,000 locations. So it's really beefed up our restaurant portfolio. We had 65,000 payments restaurants and about 10,000 payroll restaurant customers. So we think that the point of sale is it's the heart of the business. It's the ERP for small businesses. And because we're in the payroll processing business, and the gift and loyalty business, and the payments business, having control of the POS really makes it, allows us to do a great integrated value proposition for our customers. And the dealers out there who want to work with us are a new distribution channel for us. So we have some really exciting relationships developing between our street on the feet sales organization and our trusted dealers across the country. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
We'll need another 6 months to get it figured out. Not everyone likes what we're doing, but a lot do like what we're doing.
That's great. Now, as we all know, E&V is coming around the corner. What is Heartland doing to help your customers go through this shift?
Right. It's really a big deal, and the certification process has made it, really tough to do everything we'd like to do. But we've developed out-of-scope solutions, semi-integrated peripheral hardware that we're rolling out this summer that allows a merchant to be completely out of scope. The point of sale is out of scope, and we think that's a great direction to go. We also have embedded EMV into our product that we called Heartland Secure, which includes EMV, end-to-end encryption, and tokenization. And we have a breach warranty there that if a merchant does get breached and this for any reason with our system, that we will pay for the cost of the breach.
Wow, question, are you the only processor offering that?
We're the only ones that are processing one that's that broad, yes.
Yeah, that's great. So let's get down the road a little bit here. And once our businesses are EMV compliant, and the risk of breach has been reduced. What is Heartland going to be doing to help fight the crypto criminals out there? Because they're everywhere.
They sure are, and they work hard, and they're
They're
very
smart.
It's intimidating really to deal with it. We're really, banking on the fact that encrypted transactions that are authorized at the point with a chip is sort of the gold standard of security. And if we take everybody out of scope, I think that's as good as we can get right now, knowing what we know. But then that leaves all the card not present transactions at risk. And I think that is a huge challenge, not just in the U.S., but worldwide.
Right.
Is what are we going to do to handle that? And there's a lot of work being done in that area.
Got it. Let's talk a little bit about the book that you most recently wrote, Through the Fires, and let's talk a little bit about that. What's your thoughts? Did you do that because you wanted to share with us the stories of rags to riches and back again, and the turbulent times in the marketplace?
Well, I think the Heartland story is a little bit of a unique story. We started with $1 million of capital in 1997, and we sold half of our company to Heartland Bank to form Heartland Payment Systems, and then we bought that back for $15 million 3 years later, and resold it to Wall Street for $40 million, and then went public for $800 million, and now we're a $2.5 billion company. So I think that's a pretty interesting story in and of itself. But then we went through the largest breach in the history at the time, and survived that, which was quite a challenging period. And our business model is unique and sort of flies in the face of a lot of business practices that we don't particularly have a lot of respect for. And I want to tell a story that you can play the game straight and treat your customers right and not be deceptive and still do very well.
So that would basically be the lesson that you learned through this whole industry, and you are definitely a leader and someone that's well respected.
Thank
and
you.
I'm so glad that you're going to be at our conference, the Mobile Payment Conference. That's going to be August 31st through September 2nd, and we are going to be giving 50 free books to the first
Fantastic.
50 full registrants that are going to be coming to the show, and we're also going to have a special book signing.
Oh, wonderful.
So it's going to be exciting, and everybody could probably learn a lesson or two from you, Bob.
Well, I'm excited to be there again this year. I think you have a great show, a lot of innovation at your show. A lot of people get to talk about it, and I think it's a good learning opportunity. I learn a lot when I'm there.
Well, I'm excited, and we're excited to have you again, and thank you for your time.
Well, thank you, Marla.
Okay, thanks for watching.